it is time for another Empties. These are going to be all of the beauty products that I used up in the month of January. I know it's about halfway through February. Just got a little bit delayed in filming this, and I didn't think I was gonna have enough products to talk about, but they kind of just slowly started accumulating, so I figured I may as well just keep doing this monthly for as long as I keep getting enough products to do it monthly. But I do have some things. Most of it is skincare. I do have I have two makeup items, but I may as well just talk about them. So if you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Caitlin. I'm a lover of all things beauty. I did a partial no buy year for 2023, and from it, I've just been a little bit more conscious of my consumer habits and my shopping habits when it comes to makeup. I've been trying to go through products that I already have, especially with skincare. Like, I've changed my behaviors in using up skincare products before just buying more. I have allowed myself to buy some new makeup here and there, but I still like to use the products that I already have. If you're into that kind of thing, subscribe before you go. Let's go ahead and just get started with the empties. I will go through by category, and the timestamps for each category will be listed in the description below. Let's go. If you want to know what's on my face, I filmed a unboxing of the Unearthly Cosmetics Valentine's Day mystery box, and the look on my eyes is with the eyeshadow palette, and everything else that I used will be listed in the description. And I'll also have an Instagram post with a flat lay of all the makeup that I have on my face. So if you're interested in seeing that, head over on to my Instagram account. I'll have it linked in the description. I'd love to have you over there too. Now let's get into the empties. I'll start with makeup. I have actually two mascaras, two eyebrow products. The first brow product being the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel. It's been my all-time favorite brow gel for the past couple years, I guess. I don't even remember how many of this that I've gone through. I do have a backup to use, but I have been using the Got To Be brow gel, and it's actually a pretty close rival to this. It is larger, like the volume that you get is larger, and I believe it was either about the same price as the mini of the Patrick Ta, or maybe it was even a little bit less. I won't know for sure if it's a true top product for me until I get to the end of the tube. What I was having issues with the Patrick Ta when I used the full size, before I could even use up half of the product, it had dried out enough that it started getting gloopy, glumpy, and didn't look nice in the eyebrows, which is why I started doing the minis of it. So we'll see what happens with the Got To Be stuff, but so far, if that one does not do that, then it will unseat the Patrick Ta. So, all right, the other brow product is the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax. It's also in the mini. I didn't like this really as much. It doesn't have a lot of hold, and I find that it didn't really fluff up my eyebrows all that much either. And one thing that I noticed is pretty much from the very beginning of having it, it was difficult to get product out. It already felt empty, and from the beginning I was scraping the sides, so that's kind of a turn off. I don't know if the full size of it is any different, but I didn't like what it did for my brows anyways, so I won't ever feel the need to buy the full size to find out. Mascara, all-time favorite, the Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express in waterproof. I always get waterproof mascaras. My eyelashes do not hold a curl unless I use waterproof mascara. And I really like this one. It's just an everyday mascara. It provides the volume and drama that I want without looking overly whatever. I go back to this time and time again, and I will continue to do so. It's great. All right, the other mascara that it's not really fully empty, but I've had it open for a very long time and I haven't been using it, is the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. I bought this based on the hype around it, everyone claiming that it was fantastic, but I should have known better. It's not waterproof, so it's not going to work for me. I try to use non-waterproof mascaras as like a layering mascara over top of waterproof mascaras when I have them. But even when I was doing that, this would somehow make my eyelashes start to fall even with the waterproof underneath. So it's just not for me. Maybe it is fantastic and it does fantastic things for other people, but considering I need to have waterproof mascara, like I should have known better and I shouldn't ever have purchased it. All right, that's it for makeup. Moving on to hair care, I just have one. It's the Living Proof Perfect Hair Day, the Advanced Clean Dry Shampoo. I like the Advanced Clean much better than the regular dry shampoo that's in the darker, like the charcoal bottle. Does this beat the Batiste for me? Hard to say. I have gotten a Batiste and have gone back to using that intermittently with the other Living Proof ones that I have. And what I have noticed using them sort of side by side is that the Batiste leaves more visible white residue in my hair, which isn't really a huge deal to me because when I'm using dry shampoo, I put it in my hair like at night, and then when I wake up, I can brush it out. So the residue doesn't bother me too much. And I think this one and the Batiste are pretty comparable in terms of what it's doing for my hair in terms of like absorbing the oils. So I do like this one, and I have another one that I had got the 2-pack Sephora holiday kit where it's this one and the regular one. So I do have another one of these to use, but will I go back and purchase another one when it's empty? I don't know yet. I might just stick with the Batiste considering it's cheaper and it does what I want it to do for a dry shampoo. Okay, moving on to body care. I had this little sample of the Rare Beauty Fine Comfort Hydrating Body Lotion. This was nice. It smells like something that I feel like I've smelled before, but I can't quite place the scent. I use this on my legs a couple times. The amount that you get on it honestly isn't very much, so I used it on my legs a couple times, and then since I'm just kind of using it on the backs of my hands. The backs of my hands get really dry, especially in the winter, but it was nice and it smells nice. Will I go buy a full size of it? Probably not. I've talked about this many a time, but I'm not a huge lover of putting on body lotion. Like I just sort of like hate the feeling. I kind of only do it when it's like a dire necessity, like my skin is so dry that I look like an alligator or something. So I don't really have a need of having a whole bunch of lotion, and I don't know, like I'm fine using drugstore type body lotions. So although this smells nice and it felt really nice, like another body care kind of, but I tend to use it not always as that. Anywho, it's the Dr. Jacobs Natural Castile Soap with almond oil. So this is, I mean, everyone knows what castile soap is. You can use it as cleaner and body wash, basically an all-in-one cleansing type thing. I do sometimes use this as body wash, but sometimes it feels a little drying on the skin after using it as body wash. So what I tend to use this for is cleaning my makeup brushes. And it's great at cleaning makeup brushes, and I've used castile soap for cleaning my makeup brushes for quite a few years. I find that it cleans them the best. Who knows, maybe it's not the greatest for your makeup brushes, but I've been using it for years and haven't had an issue with any of my makeup brushes like falling apart or anything from it. So I'll probably continue to use this because it's an affordable option for makeup brush cleanser. All right, moving on to skin care. I'll start with the Pharmacy Green Clean Cleansing Balm. This is the Chamomile Rose Latte scent. It's from the 3-pack holiday set that they had at Sephora. I already used what was the first scent? the raspberry something scent maybe was the first one that I used, and this one, the chamomile rose, honestly not my favorite scent. It performs just as well as what the other scents and like the non or like the original whatever scent, but not my favorite smell. So I'm glad that I don't have any more of this scent to use up. I do have the third one from the kit. I don't recall what the scent is. And I'm still not sure if this is like my new cleansing balm or not. I just really wish that the Good Molecules would go back to its original formula. I don't know. I like this, and maybe it will be my new cleansing balm. We'll see. Okay, another cleanser is the Herbivore Pink Cloud Creamy Jelly Cleanser. It's not like a full size. I can't remember where I got it, but I have used this before, and it feels nice on the skin. I'm fine using like travel-y sample sizes of it. I don't know that I would necessarily buy the full size of it, but it's pleasant enough to use while I'm using it. I have another facial cleanser that I'm using, so I don't need to buy another one right now. And even if I did, I probably would not buy the full size of this cleanser. To me, I just need something that's not super drying on the skin, and for it to like actually work as a double cleanse for me. So a lot of things will work, and it doesn't necessarily need to be an expensive product. All right, another cleanser that I went through is the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser. I really enjoyed this. I like the scent of it. It does work really nice. It doesn't leave my skin stripped after using it. This came in the kit where it was like a full size and a refill of the moisturizer, and then this was also in it. So I'm not really sure how much a full size of this is, but like I just talked about, a cleanser to me doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. It just has to do what I want it to do and feel nice on the skin. So I would consider using this again, but like I said before, I don't need another cleanser. All right, an eye cream balm thing is the Tula Glow and Get It. This is the original like blue one. It's fine. This is the second one that I went through. I've also used the pink one, and I got these, I sort of fell into the Tula hype. I think Tula in general is more expensive than what it needs to be, and it is kind of cooling and it feels nice on the eye, but like I've said many times before, if I want to go back to a brightening eye cream, I much prefer the Origins Ginseng one because it's like a pinker type brightening product, and that works better for me under the eyes. So this is fine, but I probably won't ever buy it again. Yeah. All right, the Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Lipid and Collagen Activating Serum. I finally finished all the other packets of it that I had. I had gotten like a 7-day supply of them. Each packet lasted 2 uses for me. I like how this feels. I would consider buying it, like the full size of it, because I've been using the moisturizer and it works well with the moisturizer. Like when I use this, I then put the moisturizer on top. Like there's no weird reactions or anything. Whether it's doing something, I don't know. I wasn't using it long enough to see any lasting effects, but I did like how it felt on my skin. So I could see myself buying a full size of it in the future. We'll see. Okay, a random sample serum is the Innisfree Intensive Hydrating Serum with Green Tea Seed. It was okay. What did I get? Maybe 2 uses out of this. I don't know that it was necessarily intensively hydrating, but it didn't, I didn't have a reaction to it and it felt nice on the skin. Would I buy the full size of it? Probably not, but it wasn't bad. All right, another little sample is the Drunk Elephant Lala Retro Ripped Wow R's and W's and all together having a hard time. The Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Okay. It was kind of thick, and I'm not sure if it kind of like separated a little bit. Maybe I just had this sample for too long, and maybe it just sort of reacted weirdly with other products that I had on my face, but it wasn't necessarily a favorite. And it did kind of smell dusty, which is what leads me to believe that maybe I had this for a long time. So would I buy the full size of this? Probably not. I have other moisturizers that I like and that I have and that I use. So I will probably promptly forget all about this. The Peach Slices Deep Blemish Micro Darts. I've gone through these before. I like them for when I have really deep under the skin cystic acne feeling. It doesn't necessarily work fully overnight. Like, it might take a couple nights to work, but I like these when I have them. It's just kind of a bummer that you only get 9 in there, especially if, like, for hormonal acne, generally I'll probably have more than one like deep under the skin blemish happening. So if I already need to use these for more than one night in a row, and if I have more than one in my face, like, you just go through them really quickly. And for as expensive as they are, like, I would probably go back to using them intermittently. But I also have the Mario Badescu buffering lotion, which tends to work as like an overnight treatment for under the skin stuff, and you get like a lot of product in there for I think $20, but it'll last you way longer than these do. So since I still have some of that, I'll continue to use that until it's empty, and then when it is, I'll decide, do I want to go back to that or do I want to use some more of these. I did see on Ulta that Mario Badescu has another, like, the bottle looks like the buffering lotion. It has a different name, and I looked at the ingredients, and it has like mostly the same ingredients, but kind of maybe there was a couple more things in this new one. And the buffering lotion, the directions are to, like, you put it on and then you can't put anything over top of it. But this new product, it didn't have that disclaimer, so maybe it's like, maybe that's what makes it different. I don't know, maybe I'll give that a try when the buffering lotion that I have is empty. We'll see. Okay, this Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. I had gotten this in my lucky bag last year. Gosh, maybe it was 2 years ago. I'm not sure. But when I had first tried to use it, like, the dropper wasn't really working. And then, so it kind of got shoved to the back of my drawer. And then in the move, it like came back out and I tried it again. And then all of a sudden the dropper was working. So I did make use of it. Did it do anything for discoloration? I'm not sure. Maybe my freckles have kind of like faded a little bit, but it's also winter and I haven't been out in the sun as much, so my freckles are going to do that anyways. Will I buy this again? Probably not. I'm fine using like a vitamin C type stuff to do brightening. Apart from my freckles, I don't really have any discoloration that I'm dealing with. So this isn't necessarily a product that I need to be using, but it was fine while I used it. All right, last product. Speaking of vitamin C, the Phytosurgence Moonlit Afterglow. So this has vitamin C and, gosh, it has a whole bunch of other stuff in it too, I think. It says antioxidant support, and it's a serum. It's a little bit thicker than a serum to me. It kind of feels oil-like, but that's kind of what I like about it, and it does provide a nice glow. So I'll generally use this as the last step before I put moisturizer on, and it does give me like a nice glow underneath the moisturizer. I think this might be my favorite vitamin C product that I've used. And I did buy the Inky List vitamin C. It says it's a serum. It's like a white cream, and it feels really matte on the skin, so it's not really my favorite, and I've ended up switching to using it at nighttime, whereas with this I was using it during the day. So that one isn't really my favorite, and I did place a Phytosurgence order because I wanted to get more of this because it's my favorite, and the moisturizer that I have is probably about halfway, so I wanted to have another one of those when that goes empty. And they also they'd been kind of teasing a grape jelly blush shade that the owner Jason sort of put together as like for fun. He tends to do that, I think, a lot, like just playing around with ingredients, which is how I came to end up having it's like a rosy bronzery shade in the blush formula. That was before they came out with the bronzer. And he did a thing where if you like had an order over a certain amount and you used a code, you'd get the shade of blush thrown into your order. So he just did that again with the grape jelly blush, which just like looks like the perfect purpley blush for me. I'm very excited. And since I needed the moisturizer and I wanted to get more of this anyways, I'm like, perfect timing. So I'm excited for that order to come. The Phytosurgence blushes are my favorite formula, and the shades of them are just fantastic. My all-time favorite ride or die shade is Condensate. It looks super gray and like kind of scary in the pot, but it blends out to perfection on my face because I'm fair skinned, and on the cooler side it just chef's kiss. So I'm excited for that purple blush to come, and I'm excited to have this back in my life. To be honest, I don't think that once this comes, I don't think that I'm gonna finish the Inky List vitamin C, just because I don't understand why it has a matte finish. It's really weird, not my favorite. And I'm sort of embracing the whole, if it isn't working for me and if I don't like it, then I'm not going to force myself to use it. So that's sort of what I'm embracing for 2024. And so far so good. I'm enjoying having that mindset. Okay, those are all the empties that I have for the month of February. Nope. What month is it? Those are all the empties that I used up in January. It just happens to be halfway through February as I'm filming this. Wow, what is time? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments all the things that you used up. Is there stuff that you go back to time and time again, or do you like to try new things like me? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.